The next group that we have presenting is ByteShape. ByteShape accelerates AI by reinventing how data is stored and processed. Their data type learning technology cuts memory and compute costs, unlocking faster, more scalable AI systems. In order to present ByteShape, we have Andreas. Andreas, over to you.
Pleasure to be here. Let's move with the presentation. So I'm representing ByteShape today, and let me tell you what the opportunity is and why we formed ByteShape. You probably have heard it as well. Everybody's using AI for many different reasons, but the unfortunate reality is that the time, the money, and the infrastructure you need to run AI is very expensive, and the cost has been rising. There is also significant opportunity for local AI and edge AI. That is AI that can run on platforms like drones, or local little servers or desktops or IoT devices. And that market is significant and rising, and it's untapped. Furthermore, there is also another phenomenon that's rising, which is the sovereign AI. Not everybody's comfortable sending their data to providers that exist in certain countries or certain regions. They would prefer to have this locally. So there's a significant opportunity over there. I mean, everybody knows that. Just as an example, just the New York Times yesterday said that OpenAI is going to run out of money very soon. So their model is unsustainable unless something changes. So this is where we come in. A lot of the stuff that have to do with running AI, the infrastructure has matured, but there is a part that has not yet been tackled. And we're at the forefront of innovation solution for that. Let me give you a specific example. Let's say you go to a cloud provider like Deep Infra, and you're trying to run models, right? If this graph shows you what your cost is going to be for 1 million tokens. So 1 million tokens is nothing, by the way. Yesterday I was just crunching some data, and I'm using Anthropic quite a bit. I ran out of my allotted time within 2 hours, and I had to wait 3 hours to continue my work. That's unsustainable. You cannot work like that. With the technology that others are providing, which is similar to what we do, but it's substandard with respect to what we're offering, you can cut down your cost a little bit. But with us right now, as it stands, with the technology we can offer you today, we can cut down the cost to 3x, and we believe easily we can go to 6x. And furthermore, this is not only about things you can do today. We are also capable of taking applications that cannot run on a particular platform and make it run. For example, you have a drone. We can take a very powerful model and make it fit. Or we can take a 30 billion model, for example, run it on a tiny device that costs just $100. So here's an overview, a little bit of the high-level overview of what the technology is. Today, when you develop an application, you have a model, you have your data, you develop that, or you take a foundational model, like something from OpenAI, and then you try to deploy it locally, say on your data center or your device. What you have to do is you have to go through this cycle of optimizing the model, evaluating the model, and you have to do this numerous times. And there's no guarantee of success that this is going to succeed. And you have to get the right people to do that, and this is going to cost you time and money. With our solution, you take your model, you give us your constraints. You say what platform you want to run, under what constraints, what's your real-time requirements, what is your cost, and we're going to tell you whether that's possible and how to do it. And we're going to deliver you the model to do that. So it's a push-the-button solution. It integrates with all workflows that people have today. We can tackle inference, that's our main goal, but we can also do training. And this is not just one thing, it's a full stack solution. And we have been working on this stuff for years at U of T, and we have a head start compared to others. Just to give you some technical data over here, what you see on this graph is the following. The x-axis is how fast is your model is responding. This is a capable LLM, one of those things that you hear from OpenAI or Anthropic. This is a smaller scale just for demonstration. The higher the number, the faster it is, right? You can say maybe 2-3 tokens is a word. The y-axis is how is your accuracy. The green circles are the competition. It's a company that exists in the US that's doing something similar, but with a very different approach, which we think we can demonstrate to you it's substandard. All the orange stuff are our solution. These are push-button solutions, and what you can see that the more right you are and the higher you are, the better you are. More importantly, our model 6 over here, it has much better accuracy than anything else, and it runs much faster than anything else that the other company is providing. Furthermore, notice that we're extending the scale over here too, so we can make models fit on smaller devices while also giving you speed that's impossible to get otherwise today. So we're best in class in performance and accuracy. Now, we have started releasing models as of 2 months now. We're posting them on Hugging Face so you can use them. We're happy to schedule a demo you so you can see the model running and you can test it for yourself. The reception has been great, and we're the top trending models in the categories we post. And this has been going on for several weeks now. In terms of market size, this pie charts here show you the market size for the inference market. Over here is all players. That has to do with the hardware, the providers, and anything. The part we can service is the inference market, in particular this part over here. And we believe easily we can address this particular market because our solution is optimal, right? It's probably good. It's better than anything else that people are providing. Now, the team, besides myself, I've been with U of T for about 25 plus years. I have 3 excellent former students of mine that, again, stayed with, and they really believe on this technology. And the team right now is just these 4 people you're seeing. And despite just being such a small team, we have such great success with the releasing models that nobody else are capable of releasing today. On top of that, we have several committed advisors for the business side, and here from U of T in California, and we also have our lead investor, which is the Too Small Fish. So where are we now? We have raised about $1 million US, a bit more, in April 2025. We have just started our next raise. We are aiming for 8 million, and this started last week. The goal with this is to grow the team to 10 to 15 people, to continue posting models, but to secure our clients through pilots. We have pilots already going on. One is with a major manufacturer of computing systems. Happy to share that on a follow-up discussion. And the goal is in the next 2 years to start getting revenue. The business milestones right now, we do have an MVP. We can demonstrate it. We're in discussion. We have 1 pilot going already, and we are in discussions for several others. And we're optimizing to capture mindset with the people. We're optimizing models and we're releasing it. For the seed phase, we want to go into revenue, and the revenue will come in licensing and partnerships. Actually, the pilot we have is with a data center provider in some part of the globe, but they want to have to capture the market share over there. Remember the sovereign AI autonomy. And we want to grow the team because we know what we need to do. We just need the hands and expand the offerings and model releases. In the future, we're going to become profitable. We're confident we're going to be the world leaders in efficient AI with the technology we have. And we're going to be offering a collection of tools and services and subscriptions and licenses for plug-and-play solutions. And we hope eventually we're going to have partnerships with hyperscalers. Again, the pilot we have right now is towards that direction. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andreas. So we're going to open it up for some questions. We have some questions coming in. Andreas, what is your view on concurrency? What does your energetic stack look like?
Actually, the pilot we have right now it looks at LLM, and part of the idea there is to try to see how the models behave when you do agentic tasks. So we're very confident we're going to be delivering something that's going to be best of class on that.
Great. Andreas, maybe you can also touch upon the early traction that you've already got.
We're talking, as I said, there is a major manufacturer of systems and integrator for many companies. They're based in Taiwan. And we just started a pilot with them. We had several minutes, and we have effectively their LOI to move forward. And we're going to be doing a pilot with them to demonstrate what are the savings that they can provide to the customers. They want to build a data center in that part of the world, and they want to be competitive in terms of pricing, but there are also considerations about they want to be able to control the data and not have it to ship it as well. We're talking to a defense contractor here in Canada. They're going to be deploying some sensor and mini data centers up in the Arctic. And we're going to do a pilot with them to demonstrate that they can use very inexpensive platforms and get the data they need. We had 2 meetings with them, and we're going to be following with the third to actually do the pilot with them. We're also talking to an autonomous tracking company, and we're waiting to hear for the pilot we're going to be doing with them as well. This is the traction we have so far in terms of actual companies, and we're also discussing with some of the major players. That's where we are at the moment.
That's fantastic, and that's time. Andreas, thank you so much for sharing ByteShape. If you want to get in contact with this company, please reach out to Andreas directly. and using the contact information. You can also reach out to the UTest team that can make intros and connections to all the teams that are presenting today. Thanks, Andreas.